Every night, your brain runs a biological reset so complex that when it fails, the effect ripples through nearly every system in your body. I'm a psychiatrist, and in this video, I'm going to draw on patterns emerging from a large body of sleep research to explain what happens when the sleep system is disrupted. We often describe sleep as rest, but biologically, its most important job is something more precise: resetting the body's stress system. At the center of that system is something called the HPA axis, or the hypothalamic pituitary axis. The name sounds technical, but the idea is simple. It's the body's stress control circuit, the communication line between your brain and your adrenal glands that decides when to release cortisol. Cortisol is your main stress hormone, and it isn't bad. You need it. It helps you wake up in the morning, stay alert, and respond to challenges. But it's designed to follow a daily rhythm: higher when you need energy, lower when it's time to rest. Sleep is what keeps that rhythm working properly. When sleep is shortened, broken up, or repeatedly disturbed, cortisol regulation starts to break down. Instead of falling at night, cortisol can stay at a higher level, or its normal rise and fall pattern becomes blunted and irregular. Put simply, the body doesn't fully exit stress mode. That matters because cortisol doesn't just affect how stressed you feel. It influences blood sugar control, immune function, heart and blood vessel activity, memory, and emotional responsiveness. When cortisol stays higher than it should, even slightly, the body experiences what researchers call chronic physiological strain. It's subtle, but it adds up. What's striking is how little sleep disruption it takes to trigger these effects. Sleep studies show that sleep loss activates the stress system. Fragmented sleep, the repeated awakenings, has a similar impact. Each awakening nudges the stress system back on instead of letting it power down. This explains why something many people recognize but struggle to put into words. After a poor night's sleep, the body can feel tense or on edge even before anything stressful happens. That's not an imagination or negative thinking, that is biology. Research also highlights an important feedback loop. Elevated cortisol makes it harder to sleep because cortisol promotes alertness. So disrupted sleep raises cortisol, and higher cortisol level then disrupts sleep further. Over time, this loop can settle into a pattern where the body no longer reliably switches off at night. That's why sleep problems often feel stuck, and why simply trying harder to sleep rarely works. The encouraging part is that this system is changeable. When sleep improves, cortisol regulation improves with it. The stress system is responsive, but it needs the right conditions. And those conditions aren't about forcing sleep. They are about timing, and they are about predictability. Regular sleep and wake times help retrain the cortisol rhythm, giving the body a clear signal for when stress system should quieten down. Sleep continuity matters too. Protecting sleep from frequent awakenings reduces repeated stress system reactivations overnight. This also explains why laying awake in bed, distractions by noise or the phone can be so unhelpful. Being awake in the sleep environment keeps the stress system engaged. Over time, the brain starts to associate the bed with alertness rather than recovery. Evidence-based sleep approaches don't work by sedating the brain. They work by teaching the brain that the bed is for sleep, not for worrying, thinking, or staying on high alert. Light exposure plays a role as well. Cortisol is closely tied to the body's internal clock. Morning daylight strengthens the natural rise in cortisol that helps you wake up, while bright light late at night delays its decline. This isn't about screens being bad, it's about mistimed biological signals. Importantly, none of this requires perfect sleep. The stress system doesn't need 8 flawless hours. It needs consistency, continuity, and a clear signal that it's safe to power down. Current research evidence also has limitations. Much of the research comes from laboratory studies and short-term interventions. People vary, and not everyone with poor sleep will show the same degree of cortisol disruption. More importantly, different people need different lengths of sleep. But across studies, the pattern is consistent. When sleep is broken, the body stays in stress mode. When sleep is deep and steady, the body can finally switch it off. Seeing sleep this way changes the conversation. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested or sharper the next day, it's about whether the body ever truly leaves survival mode. And when sleep improves, the stress system doesn't just calm emotionally, it recalibrates biologically. Please subscribe to this channel if you've enjoyed today's video. The more subscribers I have, the more YouTube gives me the ability to make more creative videos. Like it, share it, tell it. Tell it to all the people you know, and thank you for watching.